Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're at Deer Creek Lake today. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the fishing action. We're going to see if we can get us some crappie up in this cove. We're going to throw a little jig head with a little white Mr. Twister up in this cove, see if we can get us some crappie, and then we'll move after that if we need to. So let's see how it goes here. I've got a pole set up. It's not a lot of room here, but we'll see. So I'm just using a little white, little jig head with a little white Mr. Twister. We're going to, like I said, see if we can catch us some crappie up in here. A lot of sticks and things in the water here. Not sure how deep it is. Looks like a great crappie hiding spot. It might not be quite deep enough. Not sure. Got us a leaf. That's not going to help us. So I may move on around a little more open on that side. We'll see how it goes here. I'm not getting any action, so if I was catching a few, then it'd be worth maybe putting a little more time in, but no misses so far, no strikes. Trying to make sure I don't end up in the creek, in the lake. It is a little later in the day. It's already around 11 a.m., so a little late coming out today. If I can get us a couple small crappie, I'll use some fillets to try to catch us some catfish. I'm going to pause you guys and move around over to this other spot, and I'll bring you back here in a few. Alright guys, this is where we're going to go ahead and give it a try next. It's a little more open here out in this end of this cove. Where I'm at now is where the path, there's a better path that comes down to here. Okay, so I missed one there. Not sure if it was a bluegill or a crappie or a bass or what. I'm seeing a lot of activity on the water out there. Not sure if you guys are able to see that. I am really slow reeling, trying to let that light jig get down in there. Trying to get some depth on it. Another thing you can do too is pause. I just threw over the tree, so that's not good. That's never a good thing. All right. I was able to get that out of there. Seeing a lot of activity, just not getting any action. Another thing you can do, guys, if you're wanting that to get down in there, is count a few. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, or whatever. Then start reeling again. Let it sink for a few seconds before you start retrieving. This is a very light jig. It's like a 1/16 ounce. It's not the smallest. You can get 1/32, maybe even 1/64. I'm seeing some activity out there, so I'm trying to land right on it in case it's a school of white bass. But so far, nothing. One miss on the bank, which could have been a bluegill or a bass. Another little bite there. Again, it seems like a kind of bit like a bluegill, but I don't know. We'll take a bluegill as well for our bucket. We can make some fillets out of that for catfishing. That's definitely crappie or bass trying to eat something. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. There's the splash. Seems like there might be a lot of bait fish up in this cove. A lot of activity. I'm hoping you guys are hearing that. Maybe we'll try a little rooster tail. Do a couple more casts here. I think we'll get us a rooster tail set up on that other rod. I'll move my stuff over here and then I'll come back to you guys here once I get moved. All right, everybody, got us a little chartreuse and orange rooster tail, shyster. People call them different things. It's got a little spinner on it. The little blade is green as well. It's got some green fur on it. And then the spinner itself is green, and then it's got a little orange on the body. When I throw it out, I give it a little bit of a jerk just to get it, make sure that blade is spinning. Really effective for lots of fish: bluegill, bass, smallmouth, largemouth, white bass, crappie. Pretty much catch anything on it. Even some smaller, like even bluegill. Well, not afraid to bite it. Again, I just give it a little bit of a bump when I first throw it out to get a little bit of a spin. It's pretty light as well. We'll let it sink for a few here. Give it a little tug and then just slow reel. Almost feel like I should put a spinnerbait on one of the bigger rods. These fish are all eating these little bait fish off the surface here. So you don't have to be too deep. They're looking at the surface looking for bait fish. Just can't seem to catch anything to see what's out there breaking the surface. Don't know if it's crappie or white bass or largemouth or what. Got to catch one to see what's out there. Woo! Every time I turn in a different direction, the fish jump the next direction. The way it works, right? Need to get something here so we're not skunked. Guys, we are doing a new series, top 8 places in Ohio. If you have been to the Ohio River already, that was number 2 on the list. This is Deer Creek Lake. This is not on the list. This is just an extra day of fishing before the football game. So there was actually a hit that time. Just a bump, like maybe a crappie. Didn't get him. Yeah, I'm getting some bites out there, getting some hits out there. Be nice to get one to see what we're dealing with here. I'm thinking some small white bass. I'm not sure. They're always moving around, following the bait fish. Schools of them. Couple little nibbles there, but again, it's not hooking up. Sometimes when those crappie bite, it just feels like a little tap tap, like almost like you're bumping off of something, but there's nothing there. So, and then sometimes it'll just be a little weight pulling. It'll feel like you're hung on something, like a little bit of a weight. If you feel that, go ahead and snap that hook a little bit. If it's not a fish, you don't lose anything. If it is a fish, you might hook up. So. Try to let this thing sink down in there a little bit. Oh. Might have missed one on the drop there on that last cast. I'm definitely getting some hits out there, but I can't hook up. I don't know. I'm not sure what the issue is there. This setup should be able to catch the smaller ones even. Got me a piece of grass there, and it just does not want to come off. May need to switch back over to the jig there. All right, missed one there. It was a little bass. Looked like about 6 inches. That's what it looked like. I don't. It's hard to tell. Already sweating. It's going to be hot. There's no shade right here where I'm at. Of course, if I sit down, I can put my chair back in the shade there. The challenge is when I'm doing this, I can't put the my chair right up here where I'm fishing because the incline is too much. The one flat spot I've got my camera there, I'm hoping it don't go into the. I try to always keep my phone out of the lake. That's a pretty good thing to try to do. I hope the cat. I wish I'd have got that little fish in, that bass. That way, at least I wouldn't be skunked. If you don't get skunked, you can go up from there. I need to switch back over to that jig. All right, guys, I'll bring you back here in a second. Oh, I mean, it's beautiful. We're seeing a lot of activity, but I'm just not having any luck yet. All right, guys, we're going to go back to the little white jig here. There's some activity right there in front of us. We're going to try to sun is very intense. Big difference in the shade. This spot is not shaded, so we will move on around if we're not getting anything soon. I do feel like we've given this a fair chance here. Oh, there was a bite. That was a little deeper, so. This rod could use some new line. If you missed the Ohio River footage, you'll want to check that out. This pole was the one catching all the smallies, and it put it through the ringer. This was not really the right pole for them smallies, but it did the job, and I was able to hoist them up the wall. And so if you missed that video, go back and check it out. It's the Ohio River recap or whatever. It's only a 6-minute video, but and there's a couple shorts on the channel with some smallies, or at least one. I think I caught 3 smallmouths that day at the Ohio River. Again, trying to do the top 8 places in Ohio. One of the spots that we will be fishing tomorrow, I'm not sure when the video will be out, will be Alum Creek. That's number 3 on the list. We are getting some bumps here, but I'm just not hooking up. We're getting a lot of bumps. I mean, I'm getting a bump every cast here. All right, I didn't get a hit that time. This is just a Zebco 33 Tactical. It's the whole setup. The rod's the Zebco 33 Tactical rod as well. We're using 8-pound Zebco line. Oh. Got our twister all hung up here. Oh, brought in some weeds that time. That's not helping our calls. I feel like I got 1,000,000 bites and no fish today. It's supposed to be 1 bite, 1 fish all day long, catch 30 million fish. Fishing might be easy for some, my friends, but I find it challenging at times. Sometimes I feel like the fish aren't cooperating. There's so many bait fish out there, they've got a lot of things to choose from. And, what we're using so far has not worked. Sounds like they're racing those aeroplanes, or cutting up some wood. Maybe it's a chainsaw. Oh. There was a bass there trying to eat the mini. Saw the mini flee. Like I said, every time I turn you guys a different direction, something happens at the other direction. He missed that one, so he's still hungry. Give him something else to eat. Oh, that was a missed one. It seemed kind of small, but like I said, I'm not picky at this point. Give me a fish so I'm not skunked. One thing about fishing, guys, for me, I love fishing, but I also love being outdoors. So obviously, I'm still having a blast. I know you guys may not be enjoying the video because of the lack of fish thus far, but honestly, I'm having a blast just being out here trying to catch them. So much better than being at home right now. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying at least watching me try to catch them. The struggle, again, you can watch the highlight reels if you want, but this way at least you're getting the lake and the sounds of the lake. I'm hoping to catch some nice footage though of some fish, but so far we have not had any luck with that. Maybe this is not as deep as I'm thinking. Oh, got tangled up again there. There we go. Like I said, maybe I should have a spinner bait on one of the larger rods here. Oh, thought I had a fish, but I think I just had the log there. All right, after fighting with the tree, I was able to get my jig back there. It was close enough where I could actually reach the limb. It was just wrapped. I thought I missed one over here by this log, but it was just part of the tree. It was part of the log. All right, guys, we're going to put a spinnerbait on one of the larger rods. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, here's the spinnerbait I got. It's blue and white. It's double, got two blades on it. One's Colorado and one's the other one. I forgot what it's called. They're not the hammered, they're the smooth. Let's throw this out a few times, and you can still catch crappie on them, and you can still catch white bass on them, but they're definitely targeted for largemouth bass. The good thing I like about them is they don't really snag easily unless they wrap. I'll throw over this way, next to this log, and over to that point over there if we can. You can kind of go places with this that you can't go with other stuff. This pole needs relined. This is an Abu Garcia reel with a Zebco hot cast rod. I do got some overkill line on here because I got some 20-pound Cajun line on here right now. Using this for catfishing as well. A little bit of a backlash there because I hung up on the tree behind me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out in front of me, and then I'm going to peel off some of the line and try to get most of the backlash out. So I'm going to let it sink. I already know I got a spot here where I can't get past. I'm going to try to fix it here by pulling out some line. Once I get past the loose line, there's a spot that I couldn't get past. I think it's here. It was knotted up a little too well. So I'm just pulling it back through the top here, trying to get it loose. Now I'm going to pull this out if I can. As you can see, it's getting stuck right there pretty good. This is why a lot of people are deterred from using bait casters. I like them for bass fishing. Oop, we got it wrapped around here. That's not going to help us. All right, so if I can't get that out at that point, this doesn't look like I'm going to. Keep getting caught at that one spot. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and reel it in. Put a little bit of pressure on it till I get back to the actual lure. And I'll still be able to use it. I just won't be able to cast past that spot. Throw a couple more times down this bank, and I'm going to go ahead and move on around.